Hey guys, Jamie Otis here with the Chef's Connection, and I'm sitting at Perry Street with the executive chef, Cedric V. How you doing?
How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. I am so curious. Your dad is Jean-Georges, and he never really encouraged you to become a chef, but you really wanted to be one. So here you are now.
I mean, yes, I started like very young, at 14 years old, that's when you have to make a choice in France, like you can go regular school, you can go like already professional going cooking school and study. And that's where the direction I took. Even though he was a little against it, but I still went that way, which, it was my passion, so yeah.
I did a little research on you because, you're kind of cool. You're kind of a big deal. And I read that, I guess you started being in the kitchen. You went to the Bahamas and helped him open up a restaurant when you were 17. Is that right?
That's correct. So, after graduating from school in France at 16 years old, he's like, okay, what do you want to do? I'm like, I didn't work for him. I was working for a different chef the 3 years before that, between 14 and 16 years old with different chefs. And then he's like, maybe I can send you in Bahamas, in different locations for you, to travel. You're young and learn different techniques. So we started in Bahamas. I worked there for 6 months, did a lot of butchering. That was mainly, we were receiving like fresh fish every day, butcher, meat. And then after that, he's like, what's next? What should we do? And that's when I went to Hong Kong for another 6 months there. Learn a lot about different exotic ingredients, different techniques, everything was different, like it's the whole organization. And there was another set of skills I was putting under, my belt. After that, after 6 months in Hong Kong, I went in London in one of Jean-Georges' restaurants, Vong. We don't have it anymore at this time right now, but it was a Thai-inspired cuisine. And spent 6 months there, learned how to cook on a hotline, and came back in New York City after that.
Yeah, I read that you really didn't. You kind of worked your way up to this position, executive chef. So is that where you worked your way while you were traveling? You were taking different roles.
From butchering to working in the coal station to hot app to grill station. Eventually, I made I become sous chef at the restaurant Jean-Georges, and then came here as the chef, chef de cuisine.
So you weren't really spoiled. You definitely worked your way all the way.
He wasn't. It's not because your father is the boss of the whole company that I went straight into a chef or sous chef. That's the path he took, and for him, he believed that there was the correct path for me to take and to understand really every different aspect of the organization on how to run a restaurant, basically. All sets of skills that you really need that you can't really learn at school. You got to learn, on the, exactly. Yeah.
So you've been to so many different places. I mean, really, quite the world traveler. Do you have a favorite location? A favorite memory?
I don't know. I have good memories in every single location. My heart is maybe a little more like towards in Asia. Like I really had a good time in China and Japan. But I loved every places I went, so I would love to go back again.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now, how long have you been just study here in New York?
In New York City, I think that now almost 25 years.
You've been here for 25 years?
I was here at a very young age, between 2 years old and 9 years old. And then I came back here, I think 18 years ago.
Wow, you look so young. You don't look like you could be past 21.
I'm not saying my.
Oh.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I feel like maybe I'm a New Yorker, more of a New Yorker than French, even though I have a French accent when I speak English. But yeah.
That's awesome. Now I also know that you're married, right?
Yes.
So just a side note, because I'm sure you don't get this question often, and us girls who love food, we also love nice romantic stories. And we want to hear, how did you propose to her, or tell us how you met her at least? Some nice romantic story.
I'm not the most romantic guy, but we met actually at the Culinary Institute, America. So she was in cooking school as well. Even though now she's more, she's working at home. She's mom. That's her main. She's 2 kids, but no, I guess through food,
Well, that's one passion,
School, going out and eating, and then the connection happened like that,
Oh, that's very nice. What are your little boys' names?
Olivier and Noah.
Oh, very nice. Very classic names. So they're probably keeping you really busy. I mean, you work all day here and then go home to little babies.
It's very busy, but they're already, they're already little foodies. They eat everything,
What are some of their favorite meals that you make?
Yeah, it's gonna be a little weird, but the older one loves ikura, which is salmon roe. You know, the Japanese salmon roe, like little orange, which I'm sure most of the kids will be like, want to push it away. It's a little fishy, but he loves that. But we cook everything in.
So he's exposed to everything at a young age. I think it all comes down to that when you expose your child to different foods, then they.
You change. You don't stick them to here's your bowl of pasta. You want to definitely keep it.
That's the perks of having a dad as a chef. I mean, you probably had that perk growing up also with your dad, yeah?
Both sides, my mother's side and my father's side of the family were like really foodie. They're like one is from Burgundy and from Alsace, and it's all about food as well.
Does your wife ever cook you some really fancy meals that you come home to?
She's Indonesian, so she cooks a lot of very spicy food.
Okay. Do you like spicy? You better.
Now I think when we met, she was eating much spicier than me. Now I think I eat much more spicy than her now.
Oh, really?
And I try to control myself.
With the spice.
Spiciness, not to burn my guest here.
Let's just dig a little deeper into Cedric. What else does Cedric do other than this amazing executive chef here? What do you do? What do you like to do on your free time?
No, I spend most of the time here. I spend time with my kids, and I do sports.
What kind of sports?
I started about 8 months ago doing Muay Thai, which is kickboxing, Thai kickboxing, and do that 3-4 times a week.
Well, that's how you stay in shape.
My shin's all bruised up from time to time, but it's awesome. That's a way to keep in shape and really release a little bit of the stress as well.
Do you have long hours here at the restaurant?
I think it's pretty much the same everywhere. You start 10, 11 until close. 11 midnight, but
7 days a week?
No, 5 or 6 days a week. I try to have my Sunday off with my kids, but time goes fast when you do something you really love, and there's a lot of product in the market. You keep on cooking, creating dishes. Time goes very fast.
Do you go to the farmer's market as well to get your ingredients?
Go there 3 times a week. I personally go there on Wednesday, but my sous chef goes there on Saturday.
Which farmer's market do you go to here in New York?
The Union Square Market.
Oh, I heard that's the best. It's quite large, right?
And right now it's gorgeous. All the colors, tomatoes, corn, peppers. It's like, yeah.
Then you go to the farmer's market. You grab all the fresh food and produce, and then you just come back to your kitchen and just create concoctions, and then whatever one you like, you present.
We have, yeah, exactly. Or first of all, the whole kitchen is very excited. When you bring all those market style beautiful product, the crew is excited. The next, you can build delicious dishes without overcomplicating them. And most of the time, I have my father come in here and taste it.
To make sure that he approves.
Kind of approve. I like to have his judgment, and he has quite a lot of experience, and so he tastes it, and usually, most of the time he works.
Most of the time he approves?
9.9 times. Yeah, most of the time.
Well, that's good. What's it like is he a good little, like a granddad? Are these his only 2 grandchildren?
Yeah.
Are you the only child? I don't know. Do you have siblings?
I got 2 younger sisters.
And are they also in the restaurant business?
Yes. Not the youngest one. She's still at school, but Louise, she's 5 years younger than me. She just graduated from France. She came in New York City, and she's opening a restaurant. She's on more like developing concepts, so she's working with a company right now. Outside, not with my father.
You guys are just taking over the whole entire world. This is a monopoly.
But now she's competition. No, I'm kidding.
What are you going to do to make sure that your restaurant stays higher than hers? That's awesome. So you like to kickbox. You're cooking all the day. You go to the farmer's market. Do you find that people are really interested in meeting you, or do you enjoy talking to people who are inspired by you?
You mean socializing, having a drink? I try to, but usually, it's with other chefs and other cooks. So it's always, you stay within. It's hard. I wish, you get out of it. You're always within the same circle, or with some other part of the families. But yeah.
There are a lot of reality shows with cooking. Is that something you're interested in partaking in?
I was approached to do a couple things, but no, not really.
I think that chefs, there aren't a lot of chefs who really like to be in the spotlight. You really like to kind of stay behind in the kitchen, do your thing.
Yeah, I mean, I see myself being, here in this kitchen. Like, if I'm doing television, I feel like who's gonna, maybe I'll do it in 10 years, who knows? But right now, like, I have to, prove myself and keep on creating dishes, show what I have to give, all my dishes. Maybe in 10 years, we'll see what we do.
Did you design this yourself? Were you a lot? Did you?
No, the dining room was exactly the same it was since we opened 7 years ago. It's Thomas, and I forgot his last name, but he did a several restaurant for my father designing it, but that's his creation.
Okay, so we'll give him all the credit then. Awesome. Well, anything else you want to throw in there for us?
No, it's I would love, please come to Paris Street and try, all your dishes, and Octopus is this evening. We might have it tomorrow, so come soon.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for having us. I'm definitely going to try the octopus. It sounds absolutely phenomenal. But in the meantime, we'll cheers with water.
Cheers.
Nice chatting.
Thank you.